Be for real. Don't be for fake in other person's lives using the made up unfairly. Unreally means dishonestly. It's a lot of people in each city, state, and country using the made up words unfairly, abusively, or illegally in other people's lives to get wronged, cheated, and abused by the made up marriages, by the made up housing, by the made up foods, by the made up schools, by the made up hospitals, by the made up science. It's a lot of people wronging, cheating, and abusing by the made up. If they're not doing it to themselves, they're doing it to other persons. Some people doing it to themselves and other people. It's happening in each city, state, and country. A lot of them have beauty about themselves, beautiful faces, beautiful bodies, but they're missing the most important beauty, personality. It's the most important beauty. And they're misusing the most important muscle in the body, the brain, to pick and choose to do right. If they're gonna use the made up, they can use it on themselves. It's their own body that they walk around 24/7, 7 days a week. They can do it to their own body. But the problem is there's a lot of people that's doing to themselves and they're looking and seeking to do it to other people that don't practice such business. And if they do practice such business, they don't practice with them and they practice it fairly. There are some people that use the made up unfairly, but they're fair about how they use it and who they use it to or with an agreement. They know that they're not supposed to use it unfairly or unreally means dishonestly on other person that hasn't wronged, cheated, nor abused them, including government workers. They're not supposed to use the made up business illegally. They're supposed to use it fairly, or else they're illegal. They're not supposed to wrong, cheat, and abuse by the use of words or any other made up business. They're supposed to use it beautifully, respectfully. They're not supposed to wrong, cheat, and abuse by housing, by food, by clothing. They're not supposed to make it so that people can't afford it. It's unfair and in some ways illegal business, depending on the situation and the height of person's wrongdoing. I'm just saying, I'm saying the art, right? The words are as like a art. It's an art, a form of beautiful sign language, communication called English. They have different kinds of sign language. Russian, Italian, French. They have many different kinds of they have, for the blind and deaf, they have sign language. People are supposed to use it fairly. They're not supposed to use it unfairly nor abusively on person that hasn't done to them. They're not supposed to wrong, cheat, nor abuse other people with the made up business. But there's some people that's choosing to do so, and depending on their height of wrongdoing, they have jails and or mental institutions for them, including some bad police. There's some beautiful, fair-doing police, and there's some bad things, wrongdoing police. Some of them dirty up other police, and they're dirtying up people in the communities. Any person that they can get away with doing it to, they do it. They're not supposed to take jobs to wrong, cheat, nor abuse. Even if someone told them to do it, their so-called boss, they're not supposed to do what they know is wrong. They're not supposed to disrespect people that they're supposed to be working for and to protect. They're not supposed to be unfair the way they approach people, the way they do business. They're supposed to respect people, and they're not supposed to confront a person about unfair or unreal. He say, she say. I'm just saying the words right. I'm one of the most beautiful people in the world. Reason being, I mind my business right. I don't cause trouble means I don't start trouble. If a person see me giving someone trouble, that's because they came to me giving me trouble first. I'm fair to give a person trouble, being that that's what they insist to give to me. I'm fair to give a person trouble for my self-protection. I'm not supposed to sit and stand and let a person wrong, cheat, nor abuse me by their movements and or by saying the words wrong or foul about me. I'm not supposed to be expected to just shut up and don't make no moves and let them do what they want to me. If a person chooses to do that at times, that's their business. Depending on my mood, I might can walk away, maybe, depending on my mood. But don't expect me, especially police and judges in the courthouse. Those are the only gods that I look to go to for assistance if I feel like it's worth it. If I feel that they're going to help me. If I feel that they're not being fair and they're not going to help me, I seek not to go to the gods in the judge in the courthouse called judges. Gods, goddess, kings, queens, that's made up business. They're supposed to be fair and natural about what they do for the people in the community. Supposed to have fairness, not unfairness. They're supposed to have fairness. They're supposed to correct unfair doing person. That's person that's working in the government offices and or person that's not working in the government offices. They're supposed to correct them to get them to do right. They're not supposed to support unfair and wrongdoing called Black Matters. It's dirty behavior. They're not really talking about skin as they pretend or say or act out seriously to be talking about. They're really bad behaviors that they're talking about. Bad as in dirty means black as in dirty. Some people have beautiful, clean, fair-doing behaviors. That's me. They call white as in clean. Clean as snow. Snow Whites. I don't consider myself a Snow White because I'm not brainwashed or I was fed words unfairly, but my spirit's strong enough to know how to put the words in order to know that a person's trying to hurt me by the words. So I knew how to say no or how to say the words in the right order, like a puzzle. People supposed to put the words in the right order as like they're putting a puzzle together. They're supposed to put the words in the right order to get the right help if they're in need of help or assistance of any kind. I'm just saying, I'm in the mall right now. Prudential Mall. I love to come to the mall sometimes, especially a lot since I became homeless, but I'm back in housing now. What is today's date? It's January 9th, 2024. It's all made up, helpful, beautiful business. I'm in the mall where I see a lot of beautiful faces, a lot of beautiful bodies, but the most important beauty is personality, and a lot of people are missing it. They're too stuck on the outside of their appearance. They're too stuck for the made up, brainwashed. It's called poison. Some of them are beautiful and clean. They're called Snow Whites because they say the words wrong. They're practicing the wrong business. They're using the made up unfairly, but they're clean doing. They're clean. They're called Snow Whites. brainwashed. Snow Whites, males and females. There are male Snow Whites that's clean doing, but they've been told and taught the words wrong. Some of them have been wronged, cheated, and abused to say the words wrong. That's why a person's not supposed to do harsh judgments. It's fair for a person to judge. It's each person's nature to judge whether they say the words or not say the words. Each person judges what's fair and what's not fair for them to deal with about what they see. Each person judges. It's a beautiful sign language. But a person's not supposed to judge, to treat a person harshly because of words and or other made up business. Persons fear as illegal to make judgments to fairly correct person without abusing them, to correct them fairly without correcting them unfairly. They're supposed to correct them fairly, means naturally. Natural people are for not wronging, not cheating, nor abusing a person that's done no such to them. They only do to a person that's trying to do to them, and they do back for their self-protection of the time of the happening. Other than that, natural doing person knows that they're not supposed to wrong, cheat, nor abuse other person that's done no wrong to them. They can do to correct them, to do something nice for them, to try to make them smile or laugh, but they're not supposed to do to hurt them in any way, no matter what a person says they have done. They may, depending on what the person's done, murder or something, they may put the person in jail or something, but still, they're supposed to have the right assistance to help them, because whether a person wants to hear or not, some people have done a fair murder, while some people have done illegal murder. Should never have happened.